Hi, I'm Mark with RanchHand, and in this video, I'll give you a quick tour of the general layout of the RanchHand program and where to find different settings and data. There's a lot of data here, but you will find that many of the screens are very similar and behave very consistently. Thus, once you become familiar with a couple of the common screens, you'll pretty much have the whole program down pat. Let's take a look. When you first start RanchHand, the first thing you're going to see is the home screen here. And at the top of the home screen is our toolbar. And this toolbar has different sections of the program that we can go into, and I'm going to go through these. So we're going to start all the way on the left, and we're going to click on File, and that has operations with the data. We store all data in RanchHand in a data set. It's kind of like a database, but we store a number of other things too, such as reports and other files. We call it a data set. And you can do backups here and create new ones. You can pick your data. If you have multiple data sets, like I have 3 of them here, you can pick the one that you want to work with. I'm going to be using the sample data set, which is something you can create, and you can follow along with the same data. We have a video just on creating the sample data set. The next item is View. This allows you to personalize the screen, for example, the size. If I go to Large, it's going to make the screen larger. I'm going to go back to medium. This also allows you to turn on or off the different widgets on the screen here. Our next icon or button is our most important. It is the animal. So I'm going to click on this and we get our animal grid where every row represents a single animal. And we can go through here. We can filter on cows. And when you double click or edit a cow, let's take 9330, I can either edit or double click on that row. It's going to bring up what we call the detail screen, which is simply all the detail for that specific animal here. And we've got all kinds of different tabs of breeding records and health records and a number of different things. And we actually have videos on each of these tabs that you can go into more detail. But you're going to see this quite often where there's a grid of records, and then if you click on that row, you get the detail of that particular item that we're looking at. I'm going to go back out here. Oh, and I want to show you the filter here. You can see how we can filter on just bulls, cows or calves. We can look for a certain number. And that's going to search not only the ID field, but it's actually going to search EID or the registration number. If you don't see this up here, or if you see some other stuff, make sure you go up to this filter button up here. Now notice, see that toolbar. Remember I said it would change based on the screen that we're on. So this looks a lot different than the home screen. But on the filter, there's different filters we can turn on or off. And this animal filter, this is a really cool one. If we click on something, like for example, if I click on the barn lot, we see all the animals in the barn lot. But if I were to just click on this 4 here for the bulls, we would see just the 4 bulls in the barn lot. Then we can look at these by animal type here. We can also look by age, by status. Let's go to cow status. We can look at which ones are bred or open. We can look at the 3 open cows in the barn lot. Just remember, if you don't see that, just go up to the filter button here. So let's go back to the home. The next one is semen. And as you can imagine, there's a grid of semen records. And if you pick one of these semen records, it brings up the detail for that. So how it was collected or purchased, how much do we pay? There's other tabs up here. This particular one, we had a sale. We can also look at how it was utilized. Again, the detail screen, same thing here. We have a grid of records. You go into any particular row, you can get to see the detail. Within that detail, there may be multiple tabs in the detail. So we're going to go back here to Home. Embryos, that's coming soon. The next one is Reports. This is a little grid here, a mini grid here of the different reports, but when you click on the report, there's actually a preview window and different options for the different reports, and you can filter, but all of your reports are here in one spot. Next item on the toolbar is Tools. These are really kind of advanced features, not something you're really going to need anytime soon if you're just starting out on RanchHand. But the next one is settings, and that is how you're going to personalize RanchHand for your situation. If you want to make changes, this allows you to change all kinds of things. Pasture locations, herd codes, colors, branding, health treatment types, all kinds of things. So let's go into locations. Again, we see we have a grid. In this case, each row represents a pasture location. Just like before, if we click on it, the toolbar is similar. It's a little bit different from animals, but we do see the edit. I'm going to click on the edit. That allows us then to modify, what do you want to call it? How do you want to abbreviate it? Do you want to enter some notes for that pasture? It's the same concept there, though. As we keep going in here, you see how there's added tabs here at the top each time, so we can quickly go back. We can go back to where we were on animals or into semen, and you can close all of these, except you cannot close the home tab. So there's always going to be a home tab. You always have ability to get back there and to get to the other items that you need. Last but not least is the RanchHand button, which allows us to check our license and, more importantly, to check for software updates. We are constantly working on making RanchHand better, and when an update is released, it'll tell you here. And you'll see it also in the news feed here on the news widget on the home screen. But when you come here, you can explicitly have it check. If there's a new update available, it'll tell you and ask you if you want to go ahead and install that. That's our RanchHand layout. If you found this video helpful, you might want to watch some of our other general usage videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps.